there were allegations about
personal relations.
Yes.
As in what?
They said, but I will come to that. I will come to everything. When the leaders met me, they told me that there are some allegations, so there needs to be a probe. I said, okay, fine, I have no problem in having a probe. Then the probe started. This 3-member commission was formed. Mohammed Sati was the chairman of the commission. Then I told the party state secretary, even I have later written to the party general secretary, that I feel that the entire conspiracy that has been going on against me, Mohammed Sati is one of the conspirators. So how can he head a commission? And interestingly, I have been called 4 times in that commission. I went there for 4 times. Even before I went for the
Did you secretly record the commission?
No, that's why I'm telling you.
You did a sting operation on your part?
Yes, I did.
You did a sting operation on your part?
I did.
And where is the tape of that sting operation?
That is with me.
You've done a sting operation on your own.
Audio sting operation.
You've done an audio sting operation on your own part?
Yes.
Where is the tape?
The tape is with me.
You'll reveal it?
I will reveal it in time. Obviously, I have to reveal it. Because when I am telling you that I have some tapes, and why did I? What was the reason behind? Because before I was called in that commission, I felt that the commission was not impartial. Then, before I went to the commission, there was a report in a Bengali newspaper, big newspaper, that what will be the outcome of the commission? What exactly the commission is going to do with me? And precisely today, those are the recommendations of the commissions, even before I had met the commission.
So you were set up?
No, I went there, but first day I did not record. But the later 3 days I recorded. Because see, if tomorrow...
Till date I have not met a member of parliament who's carried out the sting operation. You're the first MP who stung his party. But what is forcing you to this?
No,
I'm told that your party has a problem with the fact that you wear an Apple Watch.
I'm wearing that.
Can you show the Apple Watch?
Yes, here it is.
This is the reason why you've been sacked. Can you hold up your hand? Hold up your hand. This is the reason why you've been sacked from your party.
One of the reasons they're telling.
What is the problem with the Apple Watch?
Actually, see, the problem is not with the Apple Watch.
And they also have a problem with your pen. Which pen?
Is
that your pen? Can you hold up that pen? So these are the 2 reasons. Can you hold them up for the camera? These are the 2 reasons you've been sacked.
Only the 2 reasons.
The Apple Watch, ladies and gentlemen, and the Mobla pen.
The problem is with the individual. This is every CPI MP uses Apple products because member of parliament, they get some money from the parliament, and everybody, most of the members, I think except 1 MP of the CPIM, everybody uses an Apple accessory. But why the problem is with me?
Yeah, what's the problem?
Because this has been happening for long. The day since I became an MP, actually I later realized that becoming MP has been the greatest negativity on my part.
Why? This natural consequence. You were SFI's district president in 2003. You were its vice president by 2005. 2014, you were a member of parliament. How old were you when you became a member of parliament?
I was 34.
You were just 34. Are 34-year-olds allowed into the Rajya Sabha? Technically, or did you break the rules?
No. It was 30 years. Above 30 years, anybody is
So you're the youngest. At 34, you were a Rajya Sabha.
At that time, I was the youngest.
And look, 3 years from now, you're being sacked.
No. What I'm telling you,
what
actually, it came in the media and it was a discussion everywhere. Some big leaders wanted to be the candidate. Name of Brinda Karat was there to be the candidate. So I don't know what happened. I don't want to go into that. But the problem I have, for the last 3 years, what I am facing, I have realized that there is an organized conspiracy.
Against what?
Singling out individuals. Suppose in your show I am sitting here today. You remember this is the first time I am in the Republic.
That's true.
Because in a closed door meeting of the CPIM MPs, it was categorically told before the parliament session that no CPIM person can go to the Republic TV. Okay. You cannot go to the Republic.
Why is that?
I don't know why. But I have seen other people of the CPIM joining the Republic TV. There was a direct in the meeting.
Viewers, we're just breaking this terrible news coming in now. Remember, the Marshal of the Air Force, Arjan Singh, who's been critically ill, is no more. That is the story, the heartbreaking story that Republic is getting to you more details of. You would recall, remember, the last few hours have been really difficult for this very, very brave soldier. He was admitted to the Army's RRR hospital in Dholakua. We've seen the Raksha Mantri Nirmala Sitharaman also visiting him a short while ago, followed by the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister, remember, later also came forward to tweet and say that he prays for his recovery. He was 38. India's 98 apologized He was India's oldest serving soldier. He's been declared dead, and he was, remember, admitted to the Delhi's Army R&R hospital. And he, remember, there was admitted there following a cardiac arrest. And in fact, we are also putting out more details of this communication now that has been put out. In fact, it is General V.K. Singh now who's tweeted this terrible news. We are still waiting to get you an official confirmation of that. And also Suresh Prabhu now, remember, tweets, and I quote, Marshal Air Force Arjan Singh passes away. We've lost one of the bravest, finest sons of India. We will always remember his contribution. Rest in peace. So tributes, remember, continue now to pour in. And he suffered a massive cardiac arrest is what we can actually tell you now. But what a hero. Remember, the government of India there going on to confirm the passing away of Marshal of the Indian Air Force Arjan Singh today in Delhi. Even as we say that we salute Arjan Singh for the larger-than-life image, and the larger-than-life image, remember, that he really had. He always believed in giving back to the nation. And as I said, this latest tribute now coming in from Suresh Prabhu, who's just tweeted moments ago. We'd also seen that tweet coming in from V.K. Singh earlier. What Suresh Prabhu actually says is that Marshal Air Force Arjan Singh passes away. We've lost one of the bravest, finest sons of India. We will always remember his contribution. Rest in peace. Also, Major Gen G.D. Bakshi with us on the phone line. Major Gen G.D. Bakshi, a very, very difficult moment. I believe this is also for you, even as the nation salutes Arjan Singh, sir.
You know, this is the end of an era. An era has ended with the demise of the grand old man of the Indian Air Force, Marshal of the Indian Air Force. He was an inspiration not just to the air warriors, but also to the land warriors and the sea warriors of this country, to the entire youth of this country. At 98, he was a sprightly, ramrod-straight soldier. He had led operations in the Second World War. He had led number 1 squadron of the Indian Air Force in the Arakan campaign in 1944. He had attacked, the Japanese, and he had won the Distinguished Flying Cross for his bravery and his leadership and valor. And thereafter he had, he had become the youngest chief of the Indian Air Force at the age of 45, and he had served for a record 5 years tenure. This is unprecedented. For 5 years he led the Indian Air Force at its helm. And during his tenure he had the 1965 Indo-Pakistan War. When the Pakistani pattern tanks were attempting a breakthrough to Cham, that is the time he had been called and told to do something about it. Within an hour, 15 of our vampires and 2 bunnies had taken off and, unloaded their bombs onto the advancing Pakistani tanks, and thereby they had slowed down that offensive. At the end of that war, he got a Padma Vibhushan. After he retired, he did not just go to sea. Instead, he was the ambassador to Switzerland and the Vatican, ambassador to Kenya, and then he was Lieutenant Governor of Delhi, the Union Territory of Delhi. He was a grand old man. In the year of the Lord 2002, he was finally given the Marshal, the rank of the Marshal of the Air Force. The Marshal who never retired. Like Field Marshal Cariappa, Field Marshal Nayak Shaw, he had joined the Legion of Indian Heroes. It was, like I said, his passing away has been a very sad end of an era. End of an icon. He was an iconic figure of the Indian Armed Forces of I would say the entire Indian nation. The President, the Prime Minister, they used to go and meet him because he was there for every Republic Day, every Independence Day. On his own, he used to come, and we were all hoping that he would cross a century, but it's very sad that the Lord has taken him away from us. I pray that He grants peace to that great soul, and may His memory continue to inspire us to touch the sky with glory. Nabha Varsha Deeptam, as per the motto of the Indian Air Force.
Yes, and Major G.D. Bakshi, we also share your pain and grief, sir, and even our hearts are heavy. What is the last memory that you have of Arjan Singh? When was the last time that you could speak to him?
You see, the last time that I met him was on the Independence Day celebration, also on the Air Force Day meet we had there. Then, he used to come. One of my assignments was as an instructor, as a senior directing staff at the National Defence College. And every once a year we have that meet. And for the last meet last year, he was there, a center of attraction, with all the officers and ladies gathered around him to greet the Marshal of the Air Force, who was up and about at the lively age. He was then 97. He has passed away at the age of 98. We were all hoping that he would cross the mark of 100 a century, but that was not to be. It is extremely sad that we will miss the Marshal of the Air Force and his inspirational presence, that his very presence used to inspire people. He was such a legend. He was a living legend, an iconic figure who was, such an icon for the armed forces, an icon of leadership, an icon of bravery, an icon of, dash, an icon of persistence and tenacity, going on and on, like the heroic figure that he was. Longest service achieved, and there you see him, who was given the rating of the Marshal of the Air Force, a rare privilege in South Asia, a rare privilege in the world. So few of the Marshal they use. He is the only Marshal of the Indian Air Force.
And what is that, one quality, Major G.D. Bakshi, that will always stand out when you talk of this war hero? What is that one quality, sir?
His one quality was his infectious enthusiasm. He radiated enthusiasm and energy. Whenever you saw the old man, you felt inspired. And that was his most wonderful quality. He was forever young. He would refuse to go in the wheelchair. There you see him walking, insisting on walking on his own and doing the drill. You can see the sprightly old man at 98, all of 98 years, so lightly on his shoulders. And he was, like I said, an icon of the armed forces, one of the greatest, the bravest of the brave, who personally led in combat, who personally led from the front as a fighter leader, leading numerous attacks against the attacking Japanese. And there you see him insisting that he would go and receive the award himself from the President of the Republic. I thought he would have made such a fine president. It's a pity that no one thought of making Marshal of the Air Force Arjun Singh a president. What an inspirational figure.